Hello everyone, this is ICBase here, and today I am furious. I am angry, and you can probably not tell that because of my goddamned monotonous voice, but let me assure you that I am goddamned furious right now. You know why I'm furious? I watched Loki season 2 episode 5. It was horrible, beyond my imagination. And you know what? Today I'm kind of tired. I don't want to spend a lot of time editing this video. I'm busy. I had a couple of job interviews. I'm kind of stressed. I'm angry. So you're going to see a lot of that in this video. So good luck dealing with that. Let's go over the plot. Just kidding, there is no plot. Just like Marvel has been kidding with you throughout the entire season 2. We're going to get into that why I don't think that there is any plot in this entire show. But first, let's talk about the plot. What happens? What the hell happens in this episode? You know what happens? Loki time slips. Before the explosion happens, he goes to different places where his friends from the TVA exist. They're living their normal lives before they were spirited away by the TVA, and they're just living their boring normal lives. Loki gathers them together, tells them that they need to save the universe. Then he has a conversation with Sylvie. Sylvie tells him that it's useless. He goes back disappointed, and he tells them that they can't do anything, that it's useless. Then the entire universe start getting turned into spaghetti, and Sylvie realizes, oh shit, I need to do something. She goes and tells Loki. Everything turns into spaghetti until Loki decides, hey, I can control my time slipping, and then he goes back to the TVA before it exploded. That's the entirety of this episode. You know how long this episode is? 40 minutes. You know how long it took me to explain to you? Probably less than a goddamned minute, and I'm angry, but I'm kind of turning a bit sad right now because this is what this show does to me. This is what Marvel has been doing to me. I don't think anyone cares about this show. I don't think I care about this show. I've explained that several times before that I quit Marvel. Oh my god, I just remembering something, and it's kind of ironic, and it's coming back to a full circle. The first time I quit Marvel when I watched the first season of Loki. I watched that season and I was like, I'm done with Marvel. I am done with this shit. And I stopped watching Marvel content after that. And you know what? I still kept watching it because now I have a YouTube channel. I am reviewing Marvel content. But now that I'm watching season 2 of Loki, it made me even more angry. It made me want to quit watching Marvel even for YouTube. That's how bad this show is. And it's kind of deceiving because I was talking to my brother earlier and he told me, hey, did you watch Loki? How awesome is that? And I just gave him the biggest stink eye ever, and I told him like, it's horrible, the show is absolutely horrible. And he was like, yeah, I mean, it's kind of boring and there isn't any action whatsoever. Yeah, you're right. And I was like, yeah, it is, it's horrible. I don't know what anyone sees in this show. It takes you 1 second to realize how bad this show is. It's goddamn awful. And you know what? I'm going to say something that may or may not blow your mind, and that is that this entire season 2 is a goddamned filler. Yes, there's nothing of substance in this entire season of Loki so far. There's been 5 episodes released so far. I haven't watched the 6th episode, but I can guess what happens. You know what's gonna happen in the 6th episode? Loki is going to save the TVA. You know what's gonna happen after that? There's going to be something hinting at the gang, and that's about it. Something small to drive the plot forward. That's about it. Because I really need you to sit with me and think what the hell happened in the entirety of season 2. Loki in the episode 1 was time slipping. They fixed that problem. The next problem was that temporal loom was unstable. They needed to fix that, and if they didn't do that, then the whole TVA would get exploded. TVA gets exploded. Now Loki needs to time slip back to save the TVA. That feels like nothing. That's a big nothing burger. That's empty air. What has that got to do with the overall narrative of Kang and multiversal timelines and everything? That has nothing to do with anything. This is empty air and it has nothing of substance. You just need to think about it for a second. Just sit back, take a deep breath and think what happened in this season, in this entire season so far. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. This is one of the problems with Marvel. They are afraid to innovate and to build on top of something that was kind of good. And I already said that I didn't like the first season of Loki, and I've said that multiple times across my channel, but people seem to have liked that, and Marvel, obviously they noticed that. And they were like, okay, we're going to make a second season. Okay, you're going to make a second season. Great, do that. But build on top of that. Marvel has always been afraid of building on top of something. If it worked the first time, they're not going to build on top of it. They're just going to repeat the same thing. It's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That might work with other things, but when it comes to movies, it doesn't work like that. I'm sorry to tell you, Marvel, it doesn't work like that. If it ain't broke, you still need to work on top of that. You still need to reach new heights. You can't do the same thing over and over again. But I guess you can. You're Marvel, you're Disney. You can keep making your own old Disney movies and make remakes, thousands of remakes of them, and keep turning them into cash cows. You can keep doing that. But I think the audience are going to realize at some point that it's all bullshit. It's all horrible. It's just soulless movies over and over again. Remakes, remastered, whatever. Like, it's just goddamned horrible. I can't believe how much disappointed I am with this show. Loki got a new power apparently. Now he can time slip to any time that he wants and any space that he wants. That's cool. I guess that's the only thing that we learned throughout this entire show. We learned that thing in the first episode. Okay, so Loki can time slip now. Great. What else? What else happens in this episode? You know what? Nothing's going to happen in this entire episode. Where did we start at the beginning of this season? We started at a TVA, right? We're going to end at the TVA at the ending of this season. I know that because this entire season has been about saving the TVA. Loki's going to go back in time and he's going to save the TVA. Now we're back where we began. You see how Marvel is taking you into a whole circle to bring you back to where you were? Marvel is making a fool of you. There's nothing. This doesn't drive that plot forward. This takes you on a round trip, but it doesn't drive the plot forward. And I really hate when Loki says that he who remains is going to come and TVA is the only thing that can stand against it. I hate that. You know why I hate that? Because Loki, my man, he knows that Avengers exist. I know that Tony and Steve Rogers are dead, but like the rest of the Avengers are still kind of alive. Like Loki thinks that Mobius is going to be his best chance against fighting against Kang. Mobius is just a guy. He's a human. What's he gonna do? Like my man Loki, you need Hulk on your team. You probably need Captain Marvel. As much as I hate her, she's powerful. Loki, you need Captain Marvel. You need a Hulk. You need Avengers on your side. And you're like, nah man, I need Mobius. I need the TVA. What has TVA done? They're just normal human beings who have been spirited away. Like seriously, what are they going to do? They're just as clueless as you are. TVA is horrible. You know what, like last time when I made the last review, I was happy that TVA was going to get exploded into nothingness, that it was going to explode into smithereens. You know why I was happy? Because it was a chance for this show to go somewhere else, to go in a different direction. But now apparently they're still going to bring back the TVA because Marvel is afraid to innovate. I don't know what else to say. It was just simply a horrible episode. Anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and as always, it's time for a goodbye.